Hello, I'm Umbraset.
And I'm Melodious Nocturne.
This is a little series we're going to be starting up called Realistic Creepypastas.
Basically, we're going to read a creepypasta, and at any point where something happens in it that's either unrealistic or just stupid, we're going to stop for a minute and just take some time to pick apart and discuss how unbelievably hilariously stupid this is. Today, we will be reading Absurdity is Truth.
So I hope you all enjoy it.
We will also provide a link of this in the description if you just want to read it on your own afterwards for some reason.
I'm sure there's a perfect good reason to do that, but, we're reading it to you, so hey, if you want to read along.
Maybe this will change their lives so much that they'll just need to keep this just kind of tabbed off to the side or something.
I know it's changed my life.
It's changed my life too. God damn it.
I don't think it's a good change, but it's a change.
It is definitely a change of some kind.
Alright. I could see its glow in the distant.
The distant?
Listen, it says distant.
It does in fact say distant.
I could see its glow in the distance. The incandescent lights creating an alluring haze. It was so far away. Too far, in fact. I missed it a lot. The concrete beneath my feet. The harsh air, the noise, the traffic. Most of all, the people. The endless throb of people. Out here, it's only a sky. A sky that is too big and empty. It makes you feel too small. A city may be big. You may feel meaningless, but at least you're part of something bigger. Out here, you realize that there isn't anything bigger. Just you. And that endless sky that's just so big that I just spent a line telling you about. That doesn't make you feel small at all.
It's just, you're so by yourself. With the open sky, and all the neighbors, and all the birds and cows and shit.
And the dogs. The neighbor's dog. He likes to come into your yard and scratch a hole and take a dump in it. He then licks your face.
But please, go on, sir. Tell me more about how you feel so small in the city, but at least you feel like something bigger, as opposed to out in the country, where you feel so small, but you don't feel like something bigger, because apparently you're just sitting in your house all day eating chips.
How much money does this guy have? To be able to afford to just sit around his house going, oh.
It's really big out here.
Was he like a super stockbroker?
Probably.
Why can't he afford just to get some cable out here?
Why can't he afford to just get some cable out here? Maybe he wanted the full experience.
He obviously can't handle the full experience.
I mean, clearly not, but he didn't know that.
Never know until you try, kids. Remember that. Everything begins and ends with you. That's the scary thing. In the city, we see connections everywhere. Then, from a distance, all you see is absurdity and chance. You see the truth. That's what's so horrible about being out here. Truth. Out here, I can only see the truth of my situation. I left my wife and kids.
Is this like the FMA version of truth, where it's just like a bunch of eyes and hands just kind of like mind raping you? Because he is like freaking out right here about the truth.
My God, I'm so small. Except I'm out here, where it's only me, so I'm so large, but I'm still so small.
I would also like to point out, though, that based on the first couple lines there, he is absolutely losing his shit when the city is still in eyesight.
So far away from the city, I'll never get back. It's not like a 10-minute drive. What the hell city doesn't have, like, suburbs that are just outside?
This city's the kind that doesn't... No, maybe that's where he is. Maybe maybe he's just in, like, a housing complex, just staring up at the sky going, I'm so small. Everything is so meaningless.
Are we just making fun of a senile old man?
Wow. Maybe we are. I kind of feel bad now.
God damn it, Melody. The city lights hide the stars, just as much as they hide the truth, I suppose. Out here, there's no room for ritual or routine, except for the routines of daily life that you still have to go through, like, I don't know, washing, bathing, preparing food, waking up,
Yes.
any morning calisthenics.
Because after all, he's out in the country now, which is totally not a place where people make their living on daily rituals and routines, like, I don't know, what's the word? Farming?
Nah, farming, you just throw some seeds down, just walk away, come back in a few months, and boom, corn. You don't need to weed it, you don't need to make sure the bugs stay away, you don't need to carefully maintain its water to make sure they live happy and full lives before being cut down by a thresher.
I don't know how I got there. I don't want to know how I got there. I just know a few months ago I threw some shitload of seeds out back, and then now there's corn.
Don't want to say wizards, but I think it was wizards.
Praise be to the corn wizards. But God,
Corn has blessed us with this bounty of food.
thank God I made that sacrifice in June.
I didn't need the kids anyway.
Because that's about where this story seems like it's going.
Oh yeah. No distractions from the endless stream of news and pictures and communication.
Wait, is he still actually, like, watching TV and on the internet and shit?
I think that's saying that he's not anymore.
Well, it says no distractions from the endless streams of news and
Oh.
pictures and communication. So that implies that he's, like, still looking at all that. Like, he still has, like, internet and Facebook and, like, Tumblr and everything. It's just that now there's just no white noise of civilization to distract him from the meaninglessness of everyone's lives.
That's the annoying part with the setup of the sentence is it works also the other way. It could also work saying he's no distractions from these things, or no distractions from, as in, there's nothing keeping me from constantly just sitting in front of my TV going, oh, I want some potato chips.
Alright, so I guess that's something for, it's up to just reader interpretation, really, about whether or not he doesn't have anything to distract him from the constant stream of meaningless people and their meaningless lives, or he doesn't have those things as a distraction, and the lack of television and Wi-Fi is slowly driving him insane.
He's one of those people who just has to be at his computer all the time. Either way, he's just one of those people that has to be at his computer all the time.
Yeah, I guess he is, isn't he?
No matter which interpretation, kids.
I don't
Answer's the same.
I don't often say that you're like an internet or like phone addict, but I think this guy's an internet and phone addict.
I mean, either way, we take the story. This guy is losing his shit because he left the city.
Yeah. In a what I would think would be a relatively short amount of time. And also, again, the city is in eyesight. It's far away, but he can see it.
It's so far, it would take me half a day to walk to it. My God, what have I done to myself? This guy's the worst stockbroker. No contact, just alone. Nothing solid to stand on, no new product to lust after, or some drug to numb yourself with. Just thought. I suppose from thought we get truth. Is that Fox News' slogan?
I think. Therefore it's true. Undeniably true.
I think, therefore Benghazi.
Tides come in, tides come out.
Sun goes down.
Can't explain it.
No siree.
I thought that, therefore it is fact.
Fox News.
Won't name names, but thank you, Mr. Let's just call him Raylo Biley.
Earl Biley. Good man.
Good man.
Bit of a bully, but, you know.
Ah, well.
Tad's good. Tad's come out. I suppose from thought we get truth. In truth, we see our own passivity to life, which is pretty depressing. So we long for the city to distract ourselves and live in whatsoever fashion we please. valuing the cohesion of everydayness. I live indifferent, like everyone else does, only sometimes feeling a slight recoil as I wake up. I lull myself with nostalgia, rejecting any quiver, feeling blissful in my ignorance.
This guy needs a friend. He needs an acquaintance.
He needs to call like a sex line and just start just giving his woes to this poor person who's just trying to make an honest dollar.
Because he is just...
He needs a dog.
Yeah, he needs a dog. He needs some form of companionship to distract him from just that paragraph and everything in it.
Just needs to pick up a phone and just start dialing a random number, just like, hello? I need help. Please.
Who is this?
A guy who's on his last legs.
I used to have Wi-Fi, but now I don't. I'm losing my shit, man. I can't go back to the city, it's too far. It's at least a 5-minute drive. It's at least a 30-minute casual stroll.
God damn it. This guy's like living in Plainfield and Indianapolis is just like 15 minutes that way. And he's just like, I
miss the city.
He's like living in the suburbs outside of the city, just like,
So close. It's so far.
I live 3 minutes from the airport, which in turn is a part of the city itself. I'm so far from civilization. Where am I?
You are a 30-minute walk from the city. Calm your tits. Please, for your sake, for my sake, for everyone's sake, calm your tits.
Take a deep breath. Let out slowly. It's gonna be okay. Just pick up a phone. Next time a telemarketer calls you, you're gonna make sure they'll never call you again, but that's someone you can talk to, man.
That is friendship. Bonding.
The reason I left is just part of the absurdity of life. I left the stage to go sit in the audience. The show goes on, but now I am just abstract. Like those outer-body experiences people describe, I seemingly float above the city, a mere observer. I'm more than that, though, I realize. I know how the show ends, hence why I sit so far. I've come to see the logic to its bitter conclusion. I'd like to point out that he went 5 minutes outside of the city to get away from the city because he understands how the city works. And then he's saying he's just so far away from the city, man. This guy's a hipster in the worst possible way.
I was losing my shit from being outside the city for 30 minutes before it was cool. I don't know what drug this guy has invented, and I don't know whether or not he needs to take more of it or less of it, but it's a one of the two.
Oh my god, he left the city because the cops were about to find his grow house to move out into the suburb to start a new grow house. Except the soil here is slightly more acidic or something, so it's messing with the chemicals in his brain.
Damn. Also, going back to earlier comment, he's probably just like a senile old man.
Yeah. But at least the other one makes me feel better on the inside.
Wow, it's like, this story is really depressing and deep when you add in a few details to make the main character not seem like such a stupid jackass.
You try to add modifiers to the protagonist, you realize that's sad. That's just sad, man. Huh? Perhaps I thought I'd find God, little g God, like a god of nature, a god of the hearth or something, I don't know.
That's why I left my wife and child. I wanted to find a wood nymph. Together we could frolic through the open fields.
A nice elf.
That's the gods that I looked for. Not the Judeo-Christian god, but really just one of the lesser-known ones, you know.
I liked that god before it was cool. Again.
And for those of you wondering, yes, we are giving him shit because he didn't capitalize God. Because there is a difference there.
It's a major difference. One's a proper title, and the other one's just the being with immense power.
Charlie Sheen.
Just like Charlie Sheen. He's a small G god? Because I have no clue he's still alive. Yeah.
Slightly off topic, but hey.
Let's stop talking about him before he breaks the window and kills us both.
Like the Vatican assassin rock star.
With tiger blood.
With tiger blood?
I found something. Much worse, though. I found myself. In college. After my roommate touched me one night. He felt really awkward about it. I felt really awkward about it. It was just a mistake on both our parts. The room was dark, and he was reaching for a can of soda, and it was not a can of soda that he grabbed.
This sounds like a really weird, in-depth personal experience that I would normally be confused by, but instead I'm very confused by because we were college roommates, and this does not sound familiar to me.
It's okay. If you block memories out, it's okay.
Okay, then.
Seriously, this guy needs a dog. A nice fluffy puppy to lick his face and let him know that it's okay.
Yeah, that's right. Use dogs to change the subject.
That was oddly specific. When did that happen? Totally. That doesn't answer the question at all. Rock on. What? Alright. I found something much worse, though. I found myself repeating this line. A self at its most obscene, masterless and without tragedy. A small, metallic whiz drones overhead.
Oh shit, the fuzz!
Oh god, the cops found me again.
Oh god, it's the human beings!
The government found me! I knew I should have worn my tinfoil hat today. My followers, man! I'm getting recordings on my followers! Lured like a moth to the city's bright haze. My eyes are drawn too. A seemingly helpless black form drops out of the black vastness. It falls, and I'm aware of the steady beat of my heart. The plunge of the black object goes into the mass of buildings and is lost. A sound so strange, like the air being sucked into the city. It resonates around me, and I feel its power. As a bright flower, like all God angles, have risen from heaven engulfs all non-judging. I can't do it. I can't do it. What does that line mean?
I too would like to take a minute. I know we've taken several minutes out already for just little non sequiturs, but what the fuck does that line mean? It resonates around me, and I feel its power as a bright flower, like all God angles have risen from heaven engulfs all. Non-judging.
I can't. I don't.
What's a God angle? Can someone tell us what a God angle is?
Why did they ride from heaven non-judging?
Why is non-judging the part that deserves a comma there?
I feel like if I were to really break this sentence down, I can come to some form of conclusion here. But I don't know where to start. So I feel like there are like more commas that deserve to be somewhere in here. So I feel like this is like three wrong sentences shoved together. and the weirdest conjugation of words I've seen in quite a while, and I've read some really bad things in my life.
I feel like if we thought about this line in depth, as a person having a stroke, we could figure this out.
I'm really worried. I think they had a stroke. I think they saw an airplane flying overhead, and the airplane started descending to the airport, and then they had a fucking stroke.
Yeah. Either that or even the author reached the point finally where they were just, I'm just done. Descriptions, words. Oh god, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not rewriting it though, I just don't care.
Did someone drop a nuke? Because that was ending the story like, I don't know where to end this. I don't know where to go. It's just a guy babbling to about himself, and okay, just nuke the city.
I mean, that's what it seems like.
Just nuke the city, man. That's how it ends. We just blow the city up, and it stops being an issue.
Oh my god, I've spent the last several paragraphs writing about a dude who lives 5 minutes outside the city and is losing his fucking mind over it. And I don't know how to end this without making him a serial killer. Better just blow it all up.
For your pleasure, I'm going to read this line again. It resonates around me, and I feel its power as a bright flower, like all God angles, have risen from heaven, engulfs all, non-judging. A splendid show that billows up and into itself. Now the flower blooms, reds and oranges with a symphony, like the rings of Saturn brought to earth. I think not. I am burnt and crucified, but not forsaken. The warming glow rushes towards me, sweeping away the cold landscape with its heat. Open-armed, I stand ready to embrace my fate. Then I am aware of the steady beat of my heart. Thought returns. The logic seems at fault. It is too late.
That's it.
That is the end of Absurdity is Truth.
I take some small comfort in the fact that whoever this main character is, whatever his story is, whatever led him to this point in life, in that last second of life, he seems to have realized, what the fuck was that trail of thought I've been having? I'm about to try to tank a fucking explosion. What is wrong with me?
Huh, that was a nuke. Why am I not running? This guy was literally 5 minutes outside the city. It's like, oh my god, I'm so far away now. I'm no longer part of this. I can't. My god. What have I done?
My god. Oh, my problems could have been solved so simply if I'd just paid the extra money for satellite or cable or, gotten some Wi-Fi.
I could have just driven down to Walmart and picked up the little Wi-Fi box. But no. I chose to sit in my rocking chair and wait for the end. And the end came to me. Only now I realize my last moments of life. I should have wished for more.
Only now do I realize, wow, I guess life does kind of suck and seem meaningless when all you do is sit in a rocking chair, stare up at the sky, and then stare longfully out at the city, and then just do that all day, occasionally eating chips or Whitlin.
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 That's a fun word.
Yes, it is.
Whitland.
Whitlin.
So we're just going to say that a few more times.
Whitlin?
Whitland. So thank you for joining us for this magical journey through Absurdity is Truth.
Again, we'll link the original thing in the description if you just want to read it on your own for whatever reason, to commemorate the moment that your life made a little bit less sense. If any of you know what that one line was, it resonates around me and I feel like it's blah, 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 God angles, blah, 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 blah. If any of you know what that means, feel free to explain it in the comments or something.
If you have any other stories you want us to read and slowly make fun of, like the horrible people we are, also leave that in the comments below.
So, yeah. I guess Finn.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us.